Welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be doing a stock analysis of Vinci. So if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And of course, remember this isn't financial advice. This is purely for entertainment and educational purposes. What does Vinci do? Well, they are in construction. So they make bridges, they make things. They actually made the huge dome for Chernobyl and they make a ton of stuff. They make roads. So it is a construction company and they're the second largest in the world. And I like them quite a lot for one reason and one reason alone. When Ukraine needs to be built up, well, chances are Vinci is going to go in and help as they made the dome for Chernobyl. So, of course, they have great track record in Ukraine and, of course, have great relationships in there, most likely. And they also make roads, and chances are we're going to see a huge road up network being rebuilt in Ukraine, and the Vinci is also huge in that regard. Now, as you can see here, the stock, it's a bit of a volatile stock. As you can see, currently we are trading on 125 euros, but it's not too long ago, or even less, no, a bit over a month ago, all the way down 104 euros, so almost up 25% from that. As you can see, it swings quite a lot, this stock, but of course that is quite regular in a construction company like Vinci, because construction business is quite weird to understand if you don't know it, because they have so many different factors, of course, as well as the tariffs here, and because they import so many different stuff from all over the world, both in machines and in materials. So if you buy a company like Vinci, be aware that the chances are it's gonna swing up and down all the time. As you can see, it's a huge company with $71 billion market cap. Now the earnings here are quite great. As you can see, they beat them more often than not, and they beat them by a small percent, which is great because this means they have a great in tow with how much money they are gonna earn. Now, currently in the stock as well, as you can see, we have a golden cross here. As you can see, it was formed right here on about 119, and now it's trading all the way up in 125.85. However, we are trading downwards in the RSI. As you can see, we were trading a bit sideways, and now it's looking like we're heading a bit down, which is unfortunate. And we are almost entering. We are actually in the oversold territory. If you don't know what RSI is, that is the relative strength index. So if something is below 50 but above 30, it's in the downwards trending channel, which means the stock is going downwards. It's above 50 but below 70, it's in the upwards trading channel, which means the stock is trading upwards. And if it's above here or below here, it's either oversold or overbought, which means that there's quite a lot of volatility, and chances are it's either going to go a bit down or quite a bit up in quite a short period of time. You can also see that here where we have this huge gap. As you can see, stock price fell through the floor. We have this huge gap, not this huge gap, this huge spike down here in the RSI. So it looks like currently it's not the greatest time to buy up because chances are it is looking like it's heading down. So we will have to watch the RSI in the next few days. But however, once it is down here, chances are it's going to return quite sharply. As we do see here, it is going to go up quite fastly, and as well as here. So more often than not, as you can see, when it's just trading slowly or upwards down here, as you can see, it's right here slowly upwards. But when it goes spikes down here, it's up here, spikes down. As you can see, spikes down here, spikes back up. So when it's either end, it is more volatile, and more often than not, it returns to a normal RSI quite quickly. Now, for the dividends in this, they pay out 3.7% dividend, which is great to see. As you can see here, the dividends, they are increasing and have been ever since 2019, just increasing more and more and more and more. And that is just amazing to see that a company pays out great dividends. And as you can see, they pay them out. The last time they paid out dividends was as you can see, in April of 2025, and then in October of 24, which would show that they pay them out 2 times a year. Yep, they do. So April and October, 2 times a year is of course greater than once a year, because this means you can more easily get a dividend snowball rolling. Now, as you can see, earnings here, they make a ton of money. They make billions and billions of dollars, but their margins aren't the best in the world. They are improving from where they were during the pandemic, and they are quite great at the moment, which is great to see that in several years they have great margins, and they are increasing their revenue totally. Of course, they also have 220,000 employees, so it is just great to see such a huge company increasing their margins, which means that they can then bid on projects, maybe underbid some of their competitors, because if they have other projects with great margins, then they can underbid them but make less money on this X project if they make, and then get even more money, because then they can outbid their competitors. And the way they make money, as you can see here, they have construction and energy and roads. So this is in French, or at least I do believe, yes, it is a French company, so this should say roads. So they are in construction, and this could be anything from hotels to huge buildings for governments, or just huge, what can you say, apartment complexes, or anything else. Then energies, they help build energy grids and things for windmills and power stations and stuff like that, and roads. So they make a ton of different stuff, and they also help build airports, which they are one of the few companies in the world which make really great airports. And I do believe they make most of the airports in Europe. Now the seasonals in this stock, as you can see here, if we go back to 2010, You see they are a bit all over the place, but more often than not, they are quite decent. And they are not the highest jumpers, neither are they the lowest fallers. But because they have such great dividends, this is quite great to see, because this means they're slowly just puttering along, increasing the stock price. And because they have increased the dividends so many years, it is a nice stock just keep buying up in and just having them in your portfolio and getting nice dividends year over year over year. And when we see these drops here, it is a great opportunity to buy up in the stock. Okay, I have to say I don't own any stock at the moment, but I have been quite warm on them, and I do think I'm going to buy them once. If I do think the war in Ukraine is going to end, let's say, if I think there's less than a year to it ending, I'm definitely going to buy up in this stock, because chances are they're just going to go into Ukraine and help build up, which are going to make they're going to make a ton of money. So I don't think it's going to end within this year or next year. I think it's going to be at least 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. So I'm just going to sit on my hands until I do think the war is going to end. Now the technicals in this for the day is neutral, and for the month it's a buy, which shouldn't surprise you, even though we are a bit down here in the RSI. But overall the price has increased nicely, and as well as this golden cross here. So the technicals right now says it's a buy, and I do think we are going to return this RSI. It's going to bounce right back up, and the stock price is going to increase again. Of course, it is great. Now the forecast on this, as you can see, it is quite modest. We have the average up by 10%, we have the lowest down by 15%, and the maximum up by 39%. We have 17 strong buy, 4 buy, 1 hold, and 2 sell. And the reason I think there are so many strong buys is because they, like me, think that Vinci is going to help quite a lot with rebuilding Ukraine. So that is, of course, a great thing if they help rebuild Ukraine for the stock owners. And I don't really see any other companies which have the same ability. Of course, there's one in Denmark called Peter Orslev, which is the exact same as Vinci, and they are also insanely large. Now, as you can see, the annual earnings here, they are increasing more and more and more year over year, which means chances of them increasing dividends again are quite large. As you can see right here, let me see. They have increased them since 2019, and chances are they're just going to keep on increasing them and increasing them and increasing them. It's a great company. Now, if you like my video on Vinci, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you want me to make analyses on any other companies, please leave the companies in the comment section below, and I will take a look at them. Thanks for watching.